everybody, it's Geralin Thomas with Metropolitan Organizing, and today's question is from Carol. Carol is a business owner who has an established business up and running, but she's still not sure what to do when she has more business than she can handle. It's a great problem to have, Carol. She wants to know about referring to other organizers versus bringing on a team of independent contractors. Carol, you definitely can refer your client to other organizers, and there are several ways to do that. You could use a giant networking site like NAPO, which is the National Association of Productivity and Organizing Professionals, at napo.net. Or if you're in Canada, there are the organizers and professional organizers of Canada.com. And then there's ICD, which stands for Institute of Challenging Disorganization.org. So those are three big groups of people who are in the industry that you could refer, and you could help your client by doing a zip code search or finding out exactly what they're looking for. So that would be just send the client to the sites and they look for the organizer themselves. Or you could contact a colleague and let's say you pick up the phone and, hey Janice, it's Carol, I need an organizer, are you available for this type of job? Janice says, yes I am, I would love the business, I'm slow right now. Now the question is, are you just gifting Janice with that client, or are you going to charge a referral fee? If you're charging a referral fee, this needs to be worked out very clearly before you give the client over. So some organizers work for a percentage of the fee that is being earned on the job, while other organizers would want just a flat fee. And again, there's no right or wrong way to do this, but the main point that I'd want to emphasize is that both of you are in agreement well in advance before you start referring people. The next way to do it, and you mentioned this in your question, would be to go ahead and use a team of subcontractors. You could be present on the job, or you could just send the independent contractors and subcontractors. I use those terms interchangeably. But you could just send them out. Now, when you're hiring a group, a team to go out, I have some advice, and that would be to use something like a Google form to interview them to get the basics, right? And some of the questions you'll want to ask, I made a little list for you, are obviously their first and last name, if they use a nickname, their mobile phone, how they prefer to communicate, text, email, voicemail, whatever. Best times and dates when they're available. So some people have children that they are caring for, some people, have, they're going to school part-time, whatever. But it's not going to work for you if they're in school from 3 till 6 p.m. and that is when your client needs help. I like to ask on my Google form whether the independent contractor has any allergies. So what that might sound like is, are you allergic to peanuts or cigarette smoke or bee stings or cat hair or whatever they're allergic to? You don't want to put them in an environment if they're going to have severe allergies. And something even like dust, mold, and mildew, right? If you know that they're going into a home with those things and they're allergic, find out ahead of time. If they have any physical limitations, and sometimes you have to dance around this topic, but it's really important to know, and once you start doing these a little more often, you will see how important this question is. I like to ask if they are in what kind of physical shape they're in. Do you have bad knees? Do you have a bad back? Do you have carpal tunnel syndrome? Do you get headaches if you're like in a dark place or a loud place or whatever? You obviously don't want to put somebody with bad knees on a 4-story house carrying boxes of books up and down stairs. That will not serve anyone well. I also like to figure out if the independent contractor's life experiences are going to come in handy. And what I mean by that is, maybe your independent contractor has 3 children that she homeschool. That would be really good to know, especially if they're going into a home where there are children and they need help with maybe getting their homework or science projects or communication station in the home setup, something like that. Or maybe I had a geriatric certified nursing assistant that was a very good independent contractor for me for a while, and he had 20 years of experience. He loved working with elderly people, and he was great with them. So that was obviously, a good thing to look for. You might ask, does your independent contractor know sign language? Do they speak a second language? Anything helpful like that. And then does he or she do things virtually? So right now, with COVID and people are just so much more comfortable doing things virtually, if you have an organizer who wants to be a independent contractor and they want to work virtually with clients, that to me is a jackpot. And you have clients that fit that skill set, because you can earn money while they're working and you can keep working with your client base. So those are a few things. One other idea in addition to doing a Google form is you could ask your candidates, your independent contractor candidates, to submit a video for you. And the nice thing is, while the Google form would give you their qualifications on paper, nothing beats video for showing how people communicate. And it doesn't mean that, again, they have to be like a rock star on camera, but you want to hear their grammar. You want to see if they're comfortable, if they speak with an accent, if they're soft-spoken, what their energy level is. These are all good things to know before you send an independent contractor to work with one of your clients. I like to kind of give my clients a head up. This person is high energy, this person is very low key. I think it'll be a good fit for you. So that is what I would advise for now. I hope you find this helpful, and I will link in the notes below to some blog posts that I think you'll find helpful. Again, this is Geralin Thomas with Metropolitan Organizing. Thank you.